Welcome to the Valentine edition, the Valentine episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans.
Hello, Alan.
And I just choked right before we started recording, so I apologize if my voice sounds a little strange.
She's choking on her own spit.
I breathed in and swallowed at the same time.
It sounds
Not
very,
a good combination.
very appetizing.
Man, when a piece of spit or a piece of food hits your tonsil just the wrong way,
Babe, here's
over.
Here's the thing. That happens to you all
happens
the
to me a lot.
time.
I'm
all the time, folks. She's always
choking.
Wait a second. We're in a restaurant. A piece of edamame hit my epiglottis.
It's true.
What's the deal?
It doesn't hit my epiglottis, it's my tonsil.
Oh.
It's like if you eat something spicy and some of the spice that's on your tonsil, or a fleck of pepper, or spit, or air, anything like that. It's a mess.
This isn't like...
You better learn the Heimlich just in case. People think they know the Heimlich.
I know the Heimlich.
Have you...
Get it? You get it behind your partner.
Right.
You give them a bear hug right under the sternum. You lock hands and you give them a.
You're gonna break my rib. I'll end up throwing up all over the restaurant. It'll be so embarrassing. But you might want to learn it just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
I'm iffy.
Babe.
At any moment.
Babe, I'm gonna come out and just admit it. I am really discombobulated right now.
It's been a discombobulated day.
Today's been a weird day.
We've had a lot going on today.
And I've not been the best version of myself tonight.
You have not.
In fact, my wife tonight, guys, here is something you never want to hear your wife say to you. I'm sitting at the dinner table and, I'm over there eating by myself and I'm finishing up dinner. She looks over at me and she goes, Alan. And she doesn't call me Alan that often. She says, Alan, you're not even trying tonight. And then I thought, wow, that hit me. Not where it hurts, but it was like, wake up.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
So after she said that, you're not even trying tonight. I was like, huh. So I went and washed my plate off. Or no, she picked my plate up.
Because that's why you're eating alone. I was picking up dishes.
Yeah. And then I went into the bathroom, our bathroom, and I took a bath.
That was good.
So I feel like I'm kind of a rejuvenated soul right now, but I still feel discombobulated. We'll get into why here during this podcast, probably. Okay. So anyway, you want me to go through what we're going to talk about?
Sure.
Or we can just keep going. I don't.
No,
care.
it's fine.
I don't care.
We're it's winging it.
No.
You have an outline.
No,
Let's
we do. And this is, like you said, this is the Valentine's edition. Because why, babe? Tell us why.
Well, gosh, this isn't really the Valentine's
No,
edition,
it's not.
is it?
No.
I guess I was jumping the gun on
But
that.
we're making it that because this weekend is
Valentine's weekend.
Valentine's weekend.
It's the weekend before Valentine's Day. So I'm guessing most people, maybe not, will be celebrating this weekend because Valentine's Day is next Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
Which is the day we usually record a podcast. So I don't know if we're going to be recording a podcast next Wednesday on Valentine's because we're actually celebrating on Saturday.
We're celebrating on Saturday, and that's what we're going to kind of talk about. This podcast is what we did last Valentine's weekend.
Right.
And that was...
Get engaged.
We got engaged. So
this
we'll
is
go
the
through
anniversary
that.
of our engagement.
Yeah.
But I wonder if we're going to have to decide when we'll have another podcast next week. I just don't know if we're going to record it on Wednesday night or not because it is Valentine's Day actually.
Yeah.
Maybe we should for all the single people. Because we already have celebrated. So I don't know. We'll talk.
We'll talk about the proposal last year. We'll talk about Kelly and I have some good Valentine's Day gift ideas for your honey. So we'll go through those. We have been doing a segment the last couple of weeks about hope and dating and hope and relationships.
Keeping hope alive.
Last week, we really got pretty serious. We talked about infidelity in a relationship.
Is there hope?
There hope? Right. After infidelity. And we asked some of you to share your stories. Let me tell you something, babe. We got a bunch of stories.
It's heartbreaking what people go through.
Heartbreaking.
But their relationship somehow survived. And it's not always sunshine and roses afterwards either. Some of the stories we got from people who have recently gone through it, and some of it has been years. And I think more time that passes, the easier it gets. It's just those initial first few months, first few years even. It's really hard. But there is hope. And people have survived. Their relationships have survived cheating. So we'll talk about that.
We'll go through that. I may have
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Well, the end
That does
story
give
though
hope,
is
right,
hope.
right.
I may have gotten another tattoo today, so we'll talk about that real quick. And if Kelly even
Yeah.
knew that I did that or not,
It's sort of like the slingshot thing. When Alan and I talked about him getting a
It's not
slingshot,
even
and then when I was out of
close.
town, he bought one, and he's like, "What? We talked about it," and I was like, "It's not really the same."
it's not even close.
What I did today, which has me kind of thrown off, is there's a woman in our Sunday school class, Miss Ann, and her husband passed away
Love
a
Miss
couple
Ann.
months ago.
Nicest person.
And I called her right after her husband passed away. I said, "Let me take you to lunch." They'd been married over 60 years. I can't remember the exact amount of years.
Long
right this
time.
minute.
Long time.
So anyway, I tried to get, right after the funeral, a new widow or a new widower gets a lot of attention, and they're kind of riding on that to get them through the dark time, the really initial phase. But when I asked her to lunch right after he died, it didn't work out. She wasn't feeling well. And then life gets in the way. So last week I said, "Miss Ann, I'm calling you back. I want to take you to lunch." I said, "Can we go next week?" She said, "Well, what's your schedule?" I said, "Well, Monday or Tuesday. I'm wide open." She said, "Well, what's the dates of that?" And I said, February 5th and 6th. She said, "Well, what are you doing on Wednesday, February 7th?" I said, "Nothing." She said, "Would you mind if we go that day? Because that's going to be my first anniversary without my husband."
Yeah.
And it would have been, I want to say, their 66th anniversary. They were married a very long time, and she's older. So I asked my mom and another lady in her Sunday school department that she's really close with, and we all three of us took Miss Ann to lunch today, so she would be able to have a good time. And we didn't pretend the anniversary didn't happen. We wished her a happy anniversary, and she said thank you. It was just a really hard time for her. And then we took her back to the assisted living place where she lives, and I couldn't stay very long because I had to get home to my daughter. And I just I've got to go back and see her. These people, they go to these centers and it's just so sad, and they need company. And it's just, she was used to having her husband all these years, and now she doesn't. And it's just hard. So that was kind of sad today.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
I'm sorry, babe.
It's okay. I'm glad I did that for her, but it makes me guilty that I'm not doing more.
Yeah. Miss Ann's very nice. She's in our
nice
Bible study class. Kind of getting back to what we were going to talk about, though.
Yes.
We don't watch a lot of TV together, but Kelly and I love movies.
I want to watch TV show with you.
Yeah, we will, but we've never gone through what our favorite movies are, I don't think, together. So that'd be kind of fun. I don't know what your favorite movies are.
And the reason we're doing that is because Alan and I finally went to see a movie that everybody else has seen, apparently, The Greatest Showman.
Oh, so good. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, he is in love.
We're going to do a movie review. Okay, so.
We're going to do a movie review of a movie that's been out for 3 months.
It's fine. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. No, it's fine.
I
You just love it.
How many of y'all that are on the Facebook Live have seen The Greatest Showman?
Okay, you're just going to sit here and wait for them
Yeah,
to
just tell me, because I can multitask. All right, so about this time last year, babe, we got engaged. I ought to know the exact date. I think it was the 10th. Or was it the 9th?
It was either the 10th or the 11th.
Or the 11th. I think it was the 11th, actually.
I think it was the 11th.
Yeah. So I actually planned this proposal. It took me about 3 months to plan this proposal. And, we've been through it before quite a bit, but just to summarize, we did it at Reunion Tower. Mm-hmm. It was a total surprise.
Well, it was a total surprise. We had been talking about getting engaged. We'd been to look at rings just so he'd get an idea of what I liked. And I'll be honest, I was getting a little testy before the proposal because he knew my vacation schedule. My vacation schedule is set in stone. It doesn't change. And I'm not allowed to be off on the radio whenever I want. I have to be on this certain schedule. And so here it was January, and I knew July was coming up. And then if July wasn't coming up, Christmas was going to be coming up. And I'm like, if we don't get engaged pretty soon, it's not going to happen. I need a minute to be engaged. And a man doesn't really understand that. So I'm like, if we don't get engaged really soon, I'm going to have to get married at Christmas. And I didn't want to get married at Christmas. So I had a little bit of a emotional moment before you proposed. Let's just be honest about that.
Yeah, and she did. But I knew all this.
You had been planning the proposal.
I already knew all this. I'd been planning this out for 3 months.
But I didn't know you'd been planning the proposal. I just knew time was ticking, and I had a wedding to plan.
So
if I was ever going to get engaged.
So I had the ring. I had the ring early in January, about the first first or second week in January.
So while I'm crying in the parking lot,
I got the ring
car.
like it's in my car. Yeah, and I basically told Kelly that we were going to go to a Dallas Stars hockey game, that I had got free tickets. But then at the last minute, there was a little snafu, and we couldn't get into the game or something. And then we decided to go to, I might have that detail wrong, but we decided to go to Reunion Tower
We were
instead.
still going to go.
Oh, we were going to go after Reunion Tower.
After. Your boss had some VIP package.
Right.
Because it was Valentine's weekend. There was you can't even remember.
I can't even remember. It's on the website if you want to read all about it.
KellyandAlan.com. There was a VIP package at Reunion Tower. They do special, your own special little viewing area and stuff like that. So why don't we go and do that, since we weren't going to have, I don't know. He just said we could go do that. So I fell for it.
Yeah, she did fall for it.
His boss couldn't go, so she gave us the VIP tickets. We were going to do that and then go to the game.
And I had everyone at Reunion Tower in on the gag, and that was...
It was a Mavericks game. It wasn't a hockey game.
It was a Mavericks game, yeah.
Yeah.
But when we got to Reunion, they pretended like they had us on this special list to get us this premium spot out on the tower to look outside. And, I surprised Kelly with this private elevator ride up to the tower.
I had no reason not to believe that was the case. I mean, there was a clipboard.
And then while all this was going on, I had a photographer there, and the photographer was taking photos of us, unbeknownst to Kelly. She had no idea there was a photographer there. And then I took her out on the balcony, and they had a little table set up, and she still didn't think anything was up, but they had this little table set up with a little vase and flowers on it. So we looked around outside the observatory. We came back to the table, and I said I wanted to show her a couple of card tricks, and she still doesn't. She still doesn't catch on to anything.
No, because on your bucket list, you wanted to learn some new card tricks. You said, and so I figured you always have a deck of cards on you whenever we go out, so that didn't strike me as strange.
Right. So then I started doing. I did 3 tricks for the last one. I showed her one card, and it was the Ace of Hearts, and it said Alan loves Kelly with the heart. And then
I said, "Aw."
Yeah, she was like, "Oh," and then I showed her the next card, and it says, "Will you marry me?" And then the diamond, it was the Ace of Diamonds. The diamond was drawn like a ring. It had a little ring underneath it. And then she saw that, and then she started freaking out.
And I started jumping around. I didn't know what to look. I was like, "Ah!" It was so fun.
And then as I went down on my knee, and Kelly was going nuts, I had another friend there who played our song. She had an MP3 speaker, or MP3, a Bluetooth speaker set up, and she was watching us, so she knew when I went down on my knees, she would hit the music, and it would start playing. But Kelly and we never even heard it. Even though it was loud, we never heard it.
Because I was just carrying on.
Yeah.
It was when I was a younger man.
Go, babe.
I hadn't a care.
Go, keep going. Keep
I was fooling around, hitting the town,
growing my hair. You came along and stole my heart when you entered my life. Ooh, babe, you got what it takes, so I made you my wife. Dun 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 dun.
And as my head was spinning around, I gazed into your eyes, and thought,
ooh, I love you.
But we're getting the verses a little messed up.
Yeah. Anyway,
we should have printed out the words of that.
That was the song.
That wasn't planned.
So, and then after that, we went up to the restaurant that's at Reunion Tower, which is called 560 by Wolfgang
Puck.
And I had candy heart set out for her.
Because that was a throwback to our first Valentine's date a year ago, when he had all those Valentine hearts set on the counter, and each one was flipped over with the message side up. Do you know how much time that took for you to do that? Well, you do. You were there.
And then
a lot.
And then I had my
favorite flowers,
hydrangeas in a nice vase,
and white roses and hydrangeas.
Hey, I tell you what, shout out to Reunion Tower. They offer special Valentine's weekends, and I told them, because of everything they did for us last year, I would give them a quick shout out on the podcast. But
very romantic.
Just Google Reunion Tower. They offer, and this is a big weekend coming up. They might be sold out, but they offer all kinds of little packages, really romantic packages where you can surprise your significant other with, dinner, a view out on the balcony, at the geodeck. There's all kinds of different packages you could do. So give them a call if you're still looking for something to do. It's really nice.
So we're returning to the scene of the crime.
Returning to the scene of the crime.
This weekend.
But what's going to be different this weekend
is we're married.
And we're going to do something real special that night. Can't say what it is yet, but it's podcast related.
Yeah.
So we will be using Kelly's Facebook Live Saturday night.
Because we want you to be a part
We
of
want
our
you guys
romantic
to be
Valentine Day.
Exactly. If you're not doing anything that night, hey, you can always dial in to see dial in. How old school is that? You can always log on to Kelly's Facebook Live and check out what's going on. But we're going to be streaming from 50 stories up.
Not the entire.
No,
date
no. Just probably 15 minutes.
Yeah, because
About 15
I
minutes.
still want to have just some one-on-one time.
We totally will.
Okay.
We totally will. But it ain't what you. We're not having a baby. Okay,
No,
so just
we're
throw
not
that
having a
out.
baby.
There's no.
I can't have a baby.
Right. We're not doing.
I want to have a baby. I can't have a baby.
It's
and
not a
Alan
kid-
doesn't want any more babies.
It's not. I got 3 plus 1 baby. I got 4 babies.
I would love to have another baby.
I don't need another baby.
All right.
But I love babies.
I love.
I love babies. We have 4 babies.
I
love
know.
babies.
I know.
Not
Anyway,
babies,
move it
so-
on. The announcement is not we're not having a baby.
We're not having a baby. But okay, so that's the big Valentine's Day weekend, babe. Valentine's Day gift ideas.
Yeah, I put a couple on my Instagram. A lot of
Did you
people.
really?
Yeah,
I
I
didn't see
did. On
that.
my Instagram on Kelly Raspberry. Oh, sorry, my nose is itching. Kelly Raspberry. I put just like 3 because
Yeah, give us a few.
I'm trying to do this thing that like it, know it thing because a lot of people I follow and I like what they're wearing. I can click it and it shows me how to buy it. So I thought that would be helpful because a lot of times I talk about stuff like that steamer we have,
Love that
and
steamer.
people message me privately, and I was like, well, if so many people want to know, I can just slap it up there with a link, and you'll know how to buy it. So I thought I'm still learning how this program works. It's kind of complicated. So I thought I'd try it with a few Valentine's gift ideas, and I had a lot more than 3, but 3 was all I could handle putting up on my Instagram. But my first idea was sometimes, like when you and I first started dating for Valentine's, we'd only been dating about 6 weeks. And I thought it was too soon to give an over-the-top romantic gift, but I still wanted to give something. So I was really into the Humans of New York Facebook page at the time. And I don't know why, Facebook has changed its algorithms or something, and I don't see the notifications anymore. Is that the right word?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sounds right.
But at the time, I was seeing their notifications a lot, and the stories were so beautiful. Well, Humans of New York had a book come out, and it's beautiful photography. It's a city that I know Alan loves, New
Love
York,
New York, yep.
and the stories are so beautiful. So I gave him the Humans of New York book, and
Really
I wrote
cool
a little
book.
message in the front cover because it was a nice gift.
Very nice.
And, maybe I might have said something about hopefully we can travel to New York together someday, something like that. I don't remember exactly what I said. But that was what I got him for our first Valentine's
It had a
gift.
nice sentiment in it.
Right. So that was something I thought. So a very nice book. If you know something that if he's interested in fishing or, hunting or traveling, you can get him a book related to something like that. It's not romantic, but it's thoughtful. You're going for thoughtful and not romantic if it's a very brief dating.
Can I comment on something you just said?
Yes.
Writing a little sentiment inside the book is really nice. It's really nice
Right.
because, getting a book is nice, but, someday when I'm paging through this book and I look in the cover and I'm like, oh yeah, 17 years ago on Valentine's Day, Kelly gave me this
Yeah.
book. That is so nice. I remember my dad gave me a book one time and he wrote, and I still have it to this day, happy 15th birthday.
Yeah.
And it's just so cool to
Yeah.
see that. So writing, like Kelly said, that's
Write
a
a note in the
great
front.
idea. Great idea.
And another idea I had was like if your man, taking it another level, it didn't always have to be super romantic. It just be really thoughtful. So like I said, Alan really is into bourbons, but we're interested in tequilas. So I thought it'd be really nice if you give him like a really nice bottle of tequila and these Himalayan salt glasses I thought were really cool. That'd be a nice gift.
Yeah, I saw that.
And another gift I thought was good. What was the other one I put up there? Oh, what was the other one I put up there, babe? Oh, a record player.
Record player.
Because for Christmas I got Alan, or was it Christmas? No, we registered for a record player, but for our wedding.
But we didn't get it, so we went out and got it.
No, we got it. Somebody
We did
gave
get it?
Somebody, one of your work people gave it to us.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah,
So get a record player and also maybe give him or her a couple of records y'all can listen to together on Valentine's Day. But then that has so many date potentials because you can go together to record stores like Half Price Books has these wonderful used record collections. Alan actually found a used record store with new records too. You found a specialty store we went to.
Josie Records in Dallas.
On a
It's
date night.
Really, really cool store.
You can spend hours perusing the aisles, going through records. It brings back so many great memories.
That means look.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm fancy. And you get those albums and you go home and you put them on the record player. You drink a glass of wine. I think a record player with maybe a couple records, and record players are really hot right now. I walked into Target the other day and I looked to my left.
Big display.
They had a huge display of records, and they had like classic stuff like Billy Idol and Aerosmith, but then they also had some more current stuff like Lady Gaga. So, I mean, I think that's a great gift idea too. Another idea I had is if you're married or if you travel a lot together, get one of those maps. I didn't link this one, but this is an idea. You can Google it. A big map that you can frame and get push pins. And everywhere you travel together, you put a push pin, and that's a way to keep track of, especially if you're into traveling.
That's a great idea. I like that.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I should have gotten that for you, but I didn't.
You already got me my Valentine's gift.
I did. I already got you something. So anyway,
no,
get the push pins, and then maybe if you want to take it next level, I mean, the map with push pins is cool. Maybe you can already mark a few places you've already been together, and then have a box of push pins and say, this is for the places we're going to go see. Or maybe you can all give him airplane tickets and say, this is where we're going next. Or if it's a road trip, you can, give him a trip with the map. You think that's a good idea?
I love it. I hope I get that.
You're not getting that this year.
That's okay.
But I thought a push pin map. I love that idea.
That's a really great idea. That really is, babe. You came up with some good ones.
Thank you. Do you have any good ideas?
Yeah, I do. How about a little Pro Flowers and Sherry's Berries?
Let me tell you.
Let's talk about that before we go into my list, though.
You're right.
And now this is a good idea.
Because when Pro Flowers and Sherry's Berries came to us about advertising on the podcast, they sent us some. We all screamed.
Still got them in the other room.
Yeah, the flowers are still great. A week they're still going because Pro Flowers are guaranteed to last a week. Satisfaction guaranteed, money back. Sherry's Berries, come on. I mean, we were just dancing, doing a happy dance. We got Sherry's Berries because Sherry's Berries are so juicy, and who doesn't love getting them? So anyway, right now, Pro Flowers and Sherry's Berries, they've teamed up, and you can get this 20% off any of their perfectly paired combinations. So you can get the berries and flower arrangements, roses, different plants, things like that. Anything over $29, you'll get 20% off when you use the code
Sandwich.
But you got to hurry and order because Valentine's Day is next week.
Valentine's Day is coming up, guys.
And the thing is, you can pick your
gals.
date. Yeah, guys and girls. You can pick your delivery date. That's guaranteed. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Or your money back.
Right. The only way to get the perfectly paired collection, these beautiful Pro Flowers and juicy Sherry's Berries dipped in that chocolatey goodness, is go to proflowers.com.
And our code Sandwich.
Enter the code Sandwich at checkout. You'll get 20% off the perfectly paired gift over $29 featuring the beautiful blooms from Pro Flowers and freshly dipped strawberries from Sherry's Berries. Again, that's proflowers.com, code Sandwich.
Don't wait. Don't wait.
Can't wait on that, people.
No, you cannot wait. Hey, are we going to do... Well, we got to get into my Valentine's Day gift ideas. But we can say anything about the Super Bowl, or we're just going to blow that off? We'll get into that. We'll touch on that if we have time, because... Closet sports fan right here. You know what else?
Well,
Closet, she's becoming a lot more knowledgeable too, which is impressing. That really impresses me. That impresses me, babe. You're doing a good job
I'm
with that.
not a football fan per se, but if I'm going to watch, I'm going to watch, and I'm going to pick a team, and I'm going to pay attention.
She's getting to know the strategy, and I'm sure you have some comments about the halftime show.
Oh,
okay.
Sure.
My Valentine's Day gift ideas. I don't know if mine are as good as yours, but I have 3 that I think are really cool.
An engagement ring.
What?
Is that one of them?
No, mine are, no. I stayed away from the typical, which.
I thought mine weren't typical.
Yours weren't typical, but hey, nothing wrong with typical. You enjoy getting flowers, right?
Yeah. Chocolates and flowers, Pro Flowers and Sherry's Berries.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. The reason it's, cliche is because it works.
It works.
Yes.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, here's one of my ideas. How about, and guys and gals can do this. I think this is a super romantic, cool idea. Say you've been married or been together 5 years, or say 6 years. Pull number 6. Go get 6 balloons, like red, pink, white, whatever, or all red or all pink or whatever you feel like is your colors. On each balloon, get the ones that with helium, so they float. On each balloon, get a little note card and punch a hole in it. And then tie that to the string, and then on each note card, write "I love you" in a different language. And so you could have 6 balloons, and then you'd have 6 different note cards with how to say "I love you." Yeah, how to say "I love you" in 6 different languages. What do you think about that?
Well, then what do you do with the?
How romantic is that?
But what do you do with the balloons and the notes?
Oh, yeah. I guess I got to. I got to tell you how to present them.
Yeah.
No, you just present it as a surprise, like they're floating in your home whenever your partner comes home.
Oh, so they're like hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, they're like hanging from the ceiling, and they
face?
see the note. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's nice.
So you could do that along with whatever else you do, like flowers.
That's more like decoration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that's one of my ideas.
I thought you were leading to something.
No, that's it. And
then you release the balloons.
No,
together.
that's the gift.
It's the decoration. Okay.
Do you like that?
Yeah, that's nice. What else do you get?
That's it. No?
Okay, what else?
You don't
That's
like
nice.
that?
It's pretty decoration.
Let's see. Okay, here's another one I think is a really good idea. And maybe mine are more like supplements to gifts.
Right.
I'm rephrasing mine as they're supplements to gifts. So another would be go get a deck of cards, a bicycle deck of cards, a red deck. There's 52 cards. On each card, write something that you like about your partner on the red side and then stick them back in the deck. Shuffle them up, stick them back in the deck.
You need to use a Sharpie. So
Yeah. Use a black Sharpie. And then it could be something like, your smile, your eyes, your chestnut mane, the way you laugh. It could be anything. But then I'm sure you can think of 52 things, right? If you can't, then you can't. You couldn't think of 52 things you like about me.
52 is hard. But what do you do with the deck after you shove them all back in there?
You give them to your partner. Say, let's go through these together. Look what I got you. Here, open that. It's like a little magic trick. It's a self-working magic trick.
Okay.
You don't like that one either?
No, that's nice.
Okay.
It's very nice.
And then my third one is, why are you laughing? Now I don't even want to tell you anymore. My third one is...
But you get down to like 36, you'd be like, the way you walk.
Well, maybe that's what you would think. I think a lot of people would like to hear 52 nice things about themselves.
Fingernails are always clean.
I think a lot of people would like to hear 52 nice things about themselves.
Well, I would hope there were. I just don't know that there are 52. That's a lot.
That's not a lot.
Maybe, is there a half deck?
Okay.
Maybe on every other card, you could just draw a picture.
This is my
pretty.
list, Raspberry. This is my list.
Okay. I challenge you to come up with 52 things that you like about me. Not right now. I'll give you time to think about it.
Easy. I'll come up with that easy.
Okay.
And then the third thing is learn a magic trick, a simple magic trick. You can go to Half Price Books. There are shelves and shelves and shelves. This would be a fun thing for you to put on your bucket list anyway. I want to learn like one magic trick. Learn a magic trick where the last card you give to your significant other is the Two of Hearts. Everyone who ever sees a trick that has to do with like a guy and a girl, or you show them that Two of Hearts, they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's amazing!" And then
you're like, "That's us, honey."
Yes, exactly. Sounds a little cheesy, but hey,
and on the back is, "Hey, will you marry me?"
She fell for it. She fell for it.
Yeah,
Thank you. You said yes.
I did. Only after the balloons with little...
Babe, why are you making fun of me?
I'm not as sweet.
I think those are nice.
That's very nice.
Okay, those are my three.
That's very nice.
Thank you, babe. Thank you.
And, it doesn't cost a lot of money to be creative.
No, mine were creative. They don't cost hardly...
That's right. It didn't cost you hardly nothing.
Hardly cost any money. All right. Transitioning into...
Love letters are always nice, too.
Yeah. Transitioning into a more serious subject.
Okay.
This ongoing thing we have about hope in relationships.
Right. Well, it all started because
why don't you
on the radio show I do called
Love
the Kate
letters.
Craddock Morning Show, and of course look at what happened to my computer. It went completely black. So I'm going to shut it and reboot it right now.
Oh my gosh.
But we had a lady call in, and she was just heartbroken because she originally wrote me a letter, love letters to Kelly, where she suspected her boyfriend was cheating. But by the time we got the letter, within just days, and called her back over the weekend, she found out he had been cheating and didn't know what to do about it. He was very sorry. He came on the radio with us, which we were really surprised. I don't think a lot of men would do that. But he was very remorseful and wanted to make it up to her. And, I was very encouraging. I'm like, there is hope. I think there is hope after cheating. It can, if the man is, or the woman, whoever's cheated, is truly committed to proving for the rest of our lives that they are trustworthy, that they love you. And I think there isn't a hope. There is hope for surviving it, right? Some people are like, no, once a cheater, always a cheater. Never give him another chance. Well, easier said than done sometimes, especially when there's children involved and you have years together. When there's true love there, it's hard. How can it be true love when he cheated? Well, I'm just saying. This is just my opinion. It doesn't always work out, but I think there is hope for people that really want it to. Correct?
Yeah.
Better agree with me.
Wait till you hear some of these letters.
We got some letters. I asked people if you had stories where you survived a betrayal of cheating to write us in. Some of them are very lengthy, but we appreciate you sharing because I think that's cathartic too, is when you share with people. But here's one woman. I won't say names just in case they want to protect their anonymity. But this one woman said that she heard about us wanting to ask people to share their story. She said, my husband and I have been married 14 years and have 3 children. About 2 years ago, I discovered my husband had cheated on me with a woman that he met online. Of course, I was devastated. I thought about leaving him, but we have 3 children. Our middle child was the same age at the time I was when my parents divorced, and their divorce changed the course of my life forever. I didn't want to do that to my children. So I decided to work on my marriage. Thankfully, my husband wanted to work on it as well. And that's the key. You both got to want it. She said, we went to therapy together. That helped a lot. As I said, it's been 2 years since he cheated and we are doing well. I believe there is hope after cheating if both parties agree to work on the relationship together and are committed. So that's one that was positive. And it's been 2 years and still going. Did you have one you wanted to read, or do you want me to keep going with mine?
You can read another bit. I have one that I definitely want to read. I got to read it verbatim. It's not that long, but I got to read it verbatim. Some of them are pretty long stories. But going back to the one you just read, they're only 2 years out from the event, but it sounds like they're both going to counseling, so they're both making an attempt. But like we talked about last week, I think, you got to think when it's still pretty fresh, like 2 years isn't that long ago.
Yeah.
That still, there's probably, it's just human nature. She's got to have seeds of doubt. And that doubt, once that trust has been destroyed, that doubt, I don't think it ever goes away. You may forgive.
It's lingering.
You can forgive.
When they're later than they should be.
But that's the tough part of this whole subject that's really sad is a lot of what we've seen in these letters is, we're doing okay, we're doing well, but, there's still that doubt.
And what's shocking to me is what some people are willing to forgive. I mean.
Oh, yeah.
It's one thing to have okay, sex outside of marriage is bad, one night stands bad, but like this one woman wrote, it was really bad about how she admits they'd gotten married, but through the course of their marriage, they just got to a place where their marriage was kind of stale. They started sleeping in separate bedrooms. She wasn't really feeling like, you just got to a place where we call it doing laundry to keep, but we're on podcast. We can say having sex, right?
Whoa.
She said they rarely did it because she just wasn't feeling it. Between having 2 kids close together, she had no sex drive, which took a toll on the marriage. And she started feeling like something was off. So she said her husband had been working out of town a lot, would come home on the weekends. And then suddenly he started locking his phone, which he had never done before. And she had a nagging feeling something's not right. So Halloween night, they took the kids trick-or-treating. She said, on the way there, I asked him if he's cheating, and he neither confirmed nor denied. All he said was, what if I was? What do you care? You don't want me anyway. And so here she is thinking, well, this is whatever's happening is my fault. She said, we got in a huge fight. He said he was going to leave and spend the night on a friend's couch. She was positive he was probably going somewhere else, but he said, no, I'm going to my friend's couch. So the next morning he came home. They made love. It was affectionate. He said he loved me. We're going to move forward. We're going to forget about the nonsense. A week later, he shows up and says, I'm filing for divorce. And the girl he's been seeing is out in the car.
Wow.
All right. She said she managed to figure out who this woman was on Facebook. And she convinced him. She says the other woman convinced the man to go to a judge and claimed that the wife had abused him and the children, so they issued a temporary restraining order, had her removed from the house and her kids for 20 days until she could go to court and prove this was all crap. She said apparently if kids are involved, no real proof is needed just in case the children really are in danger. She said she couldn't believe that the person I once trusted betrayed me in so many ways. So anyway, the restraining orders dropped. They worked out a temporary agreement. she would go pick up her kids, and the woman would be there. They'd be videoing the whole time. So in case something went down. I mean, this was an ugly, ugly situation. But he says, out of the blue, he says, let's go to lunch. He goes to lunch with his estranged wife and says, I don't want this. I want to come back home and I want to work on things with you. A lot of details here I'm leaving out. But she decided, okay, I'm going to try my hardest, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to give my marriage another try. She said, we still had the occasional fight and meltdowns because of the pain he put me through. Over the next year, I slowly healed from it. I learned how to turn off the bad thoughts when they crept in my head. I still punished him for it that entire year. I would bring up his infidelity every time we fought, which, like you said in the podcast, isn't right.
She said that?
Because I said, she said, I chose to get back together with him and I needed to try my hardest to forgive him. It's been about 14 months now, and when the thoughts do creep in, they don't hurt as badly as they once did. I'm trying my hardest to let go, but the betrayal destroyed my trust. For a while, I wasn't sure I could ever get it back. I guess I felt like it wasn't fair to our kids if we didn't give it one more try. Sometimes I think back and wonder how things would have been had I not met up with him that day she agreed to meet him for lunch. She says, was all the pain and torment of the past year worth saving our marriage? I think so. I guess at this point it can only get better as the years pass. This nightmare will hopefully be nothing but a distant memory. But that's what I said. If you make the decision to stay, you can't keep bringing it up in every fight. You gotta, it won't work.
Yeah.
So I wish you great luck and thank you for sharing that story.
Why don't we,
and it's lot of detail I left out, but the things her husband put her through, I don't know that I would forgive all that.
That's tough.
And the fact that she did says a lot about her wanting to really keep it together for the family. That's incredible.
Wow. Why don't we do this, babe? Why don't we go through one more? We'll go through this last one because we could spend all night doing this, and they're great. And we'll come back in probably another podcast and share some more. But this one, when I read it, I told Kelly that day, I said, we just got a letter, and I got choked up reading it.
Yeah, you wouldn't let me read this one.
Right. And I'm kind of getting choked up thinking about reading it. So mascara alert on this one. And this one is why, Kelly says you can't keep putting your partner through hell. You got to forgive, maybe not forget, but eventually get to a point where you can forgive to move on, or else
get out. You can't make his or her life a living hell and punish forever, because that's no way for either one of you to live.
Right. And here's why not. Okay, I'm going to read this letter. And we'll call this lady Maria. Okay? So Maria writes us, and she says, I'm hoping to keep my name out of this because my children don't know this.
Her name is not Maria.
Her name is not Maria. I'm using an assumed name, but she's going to keep her children out of this because her children don't know this. My husband and I married very young. We were high school sweethearts and got married at 19 years old. We went through college together and started careers after college. As life goes on, we began to drift apart from one another and had not yet started a family. Just after our 11th anniversary, my husband came to me and told me that he was unhappy, but he wanted to work to save the marriage. I was right there with him. I was also unhappy. We were a couple of people that loved each other, and our faith was such that we were determined to honor our vows. We went to counseling and began to work on ourselves individually and our marriage. While in the midst of repairing our relationship, I got pregnant with our first child. This was not planned. While excited about the baby, we were both terrified of the fact that we were still trying to stay married. This is when he told me that he had been having an affair for at least a year with a girl that he worked with. This is why he wanted to go to counseling, to try to figure out how to end that relationship and try to mend ours. Then he told me he had contracted an STD. Oh. So I had to tell my OB that I had been exposed to an STD and we had to take precautions with the baby. I was brokenhearted and mortified and so angry. Well, through significant counseling and time, we fell in love all over again. That little girl came into our lives and changed the way we loved each other. We then had another little girl 3 years later. We loved each other more deeply and profoundly than we ever could have when we were first married. A year into my second daughter's life, he was diagnosed with cancer. Oh. That's tough, babe. He died 3 years later.
Oh, my gosh.
Some of his last words to me the night before he slipped into his sleep were, I love you, and I'm so sorry for the pain that I caused you.
Babe.
Can you believe that?
Are you okay?
That's tough, babe.
Yeah.
That is really tough. That was 17 years ago this April. Yes, anger was there, but we worked through it. Our children are the proof of how great our life together was. Oh, man. He made a mistake. I forgave him, and we moved forward. The pain and anger I had for him the night he told me and many days after was nothing compared to the ache I still hold for him when I look at those two beautiful girls I have. Had we ended our marriage before they came, that would have been the true loss. Thank you so much for letting me write this. Isn't that... that just chokes me up. I can't help it. I mean, it's like you never know what God's plan is. You know?
That's right. Oh, that's...
Can you believe that?
Thank you, Maria, not your real name, for sharing that. Wow.
And sorry I got all choked up. It's
No,
I read that the other day, and I had the same reaction.
Tragic.
I couldn't hardly read it.
Tragic and beautiful at the same time.
Oh, sorry, babe.
Babe, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. It's
Why
just,
did that hit you so hard?
I don't know. It's just, they had so many issues, and then they had the children, and then he's like, I didn't do everything the right way, but now I got cancer.
Babe, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. It's just, it's sad. It's just really,
sad.
it's really sad.
Oh.
First time I ever got choked up on the podcast.
I know.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I made fun of your Valentine's ideas.
That's okay.
Oh, thank you all for sharing your stories.
Yeah,
They were really.
Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get
I appreciate you sharing that, and I love that you're so sensitive about stuff like that. All right. Well, there is hope. So if you're listening and you're going through something like this, just know, there's other stories out there that I had another lady, she wrote and said that when she made the decision to stay with her husband after she found out he cheated, and he was going through a deep depression. It was a long story, but she decided to stay. That the friends who promised they would support her in her decision to stay in her marriage didn't hold true to that promise, and they were constantly telling her, you need to get out of that, you don't deserve that. So she had to end some friendships in order to protect her marriage when she made the decision to stay, because if you believe in your vows, you forsake all others. And so if you have to lose some friendships for people who are not supporting you in your decision, and that's what she had to do. So many great stories. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
for
thanks
sharing
everybody
them.
for sharing those. I know those they were hard to read, so I know they had to be hard to write.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that.
Love can win.
Love always
And
wins, babe.
people are stupid, and we screw up. Everybody screws up.
Love always wins.
Some of us screw up worse than others, but anyway.
All right. Well,
Moving on.
Let's look up. And
Alan needs to regroup.
I'm fine.
Have a drink, honey.
Babe, I'm fine.
Blow on you.
This is one part of me, but probably our audience doesn't know me like you know me. And hey, sometimes I get choked up.
You do. Very sweet.
I'm very sensitive. Okay, let's talk about something happy. If you were going to mail a letter, babe, if you're going to
Valentine.
if you're going to mail a Valentine,
Did you know?
How would you mail it?
Well, did you know a couple weeks ago the price of stamps went up?
I didn't know that.
They did. They finally went up. They're 50 cents now. Up
Get
from
out of
49.
here.
Yes.
Really?
But you know how you can get a discount on stamps?
How can
With
you do that?
stamps.com.
Oh, come on.
I'm telling you the truth.
They can discount them?
Stamps.com can keep your rates down. They have postage discounts up to 40% off.
Wow.
Discounts you cannot get at the post office. Stamps.com saves you 3 cents on every letter you send. So you're paying 2016 prices on 2018 stamps. And if you have a printer and a computer, you can pretty much do everything from your own desk that you can do at a post office. You can print any postage for any letter, any package, any size. How do you determine the postage? You need a scale, right? Well, stamps.com provides that as well. And this is perfect for small business owners. A lot of people working out of their homes now. It takes time to get in the car, load up everything, take it to the post office. The postal carrier will pick up these packages for you at your door if you use stamps.com. And we use it because it's a time saver. We're doing a lot more mailing. I love to mail letters.
She
and right
does.
now, you can enjoy stamps.com service with a special offer that includes...
What's the special offer?
A 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale.
Nice.
If you go to stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in sandwich. That's stamps.com, enter sandwich. Save some money on stamps. That's crazy. I didn't know you could get
Stamps.com.
discounts on stamps, but you can with stamps.com.
They do a great job, and I know you love using them, babe.
I like to mail letters. I wrote 3 thank you notes today.
You did. I gotta stick those in the mailbox.
No.
Okay. How we doing on time, babe? I know
know.
we're probably doing great. I just want to. We got a lot more to talk about.
About 40 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, hey, I went and got a tattoo today.
Yeah. It's a big one,
It's
too.
It's huge, and it's not done yet. We just did the outline and the black shading today. So I don't know if I want to show it. I don't think I'm going to show it to our Facebook live page.
I haven't even looked at it since you got home because I thought you had it wrapped up in plastic.
It's a picture of a woman who's riding a lion.
It's me.
If you can imagine that from the front. So it's a lion's
me.
It's a lion's head, and on it is this beautiful buxom flowing
chestnut mane.
Well, it's not colored chestnut yet.
Not yet.
But and then the banner, the text says "Fearless Love," and that means a lot to me because I always have this thing about fear can hold you prisoner, but hope can set you free. So fearless love to me means kind of jumping in there like me and Kelly did and making life happen together. In a nutshell. But Kelly actually, she was the one that commissioned this art piece, and she gave me. I'm going to show our Facebook Live fans this, and obviously the people on the podcast can't see it, but it's on my Instagram. But this is a picture that I just described, and this is the painting that Kelly gave me as a wedding gift.
Alan had always wanted a tattoo, and right after we started dating, he got his first one, and he loved this tattoo artist, Carl
Hollowell. At Heart and Hand Studios in Dallas.
And so I was going to surprise him, and so I said, for this framed artwork, I wanted to represent me because I'm commissioning it, and I wanted to represent Alan, and he's a Leo, a lion. So came up with this idea of a redheaded woman riding a lion.
Yeah, it's when I saw it, I was like, hey, I'm going to get that tattooed someday, right?
Right. And I told him, I said, look, we've got children. This is going to be displayed. Don't make her topless because a lot of tattoos are naked women. Well, we don't want naked women, so put a shirt on her. And this is what he came up with. I gave him the gist, and that's what he came up with. Had it framed, and you want to show him your the people on the podcast Facebook Live.
Here, I'll try. Hold my microphone.
You can also look at Alan. He has it on all of his social media too. But it's big. It's
huge.
Shoulder to elbow. There it is. Yes, shoulder to elbow. There's me, and this he put me in a bikini top.
Yeah, I put her in a bikini top.
I wish I looked that good in a bikini
Kelly
right
ran
now.
On the beach one time in a bikini, so
that made you laugh.
But I got to go back in. I got to go back in about a month and get it finished up. It was just too much today, like way too much work.
It took a long time.
Yeah, and I was there for about 3.5 hours, and I had it. I was getting pretty tired.
I like it in the black, and I like it in the black. Yeah, and everybody's like, he's getting another tattoo. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I never dated a guy with a lot of tattoos before. Now I'm married to one.
Yeah, you are married to one.
And I don't know.
And I told Kelly, I said, he's going to color. That's basically Kelly. He's going to color her with chestnut or, reddish hair. And I told Kelly if she ever dumps me someday, I'll just have it colored in brown or black.
Why don't you just leave it red?
You're not going to dump me though, are you?
No, I'm not planning on it.
Okay.
Right. Well, I'm sorry I wasn't able to be there with you today. I was taking an older lady
that's okay.
to lunch.
So that's one reason I was so discombobulated when I got home. I was getting ready for the pot because I was gone the whole half of the day. So when I got home, I had to soak in the tub for 10 minutes, get ready for the podcast, and I was just discombobulated.
Yeah, that's all right. We're on track now.
So that's probably why I'm very sensitive tonight, too.
Oh, did you cry when you were getting your tattoo?
No, I didn't.
It's very painful from what I understand.
Yeah, it was very painful. Okay, let's do a little thing. We're always learning new stuff about one another.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that we've ever talked about. Kelly and I don't watch much TV. We want to do that more, but we do go see a lot of movies together. And we just saw one that we really...
Yeah, we kind of slacked off on that too.
Yeah, but I couldn't tell you if somebody said, do you know what Kelly's top 5 movies are? I'd be like, duh, I have no idea. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, why don't we talk about our favorite movies tonight? Everyone loves movies and can kind of relate with that. So
yeah, we went to see The Greatest Showman with the girls. Just the girls, right? Yeah, our girls, Brooke and Emma Kelly, because they had already seen it, but they wanted to go see it again. And we're like, well, let's go do it. It was a beautiful movie. Now, The Greatest Showman is based on P.T. Barnum of the Barnum and Bailey Circus. Now, in real life, P.T. Barnum is not a nice man.
He was sorry. He
did a lot of really horrible
really
things.
shady things, yeah.
If you go see, and my friend was very disappointed because she was in love with Barnum when she saw this movie. I was like, do you know what? Real life, he's not Hugh Jackman. I had a problem with them trying to pull off that Michelle Williams and Hugh Jackman were the same age.
Oh.
In what universe are those two the same age? That was a little different. But we really, a lot of this, they did have a lot of parallels to the real life P.T. Barnum.
Yeah. He was innovative. He came up with a lot of things that are kind of staples in a circus today. You know,
he came up with a lot of really. I was so interested about him. He wrote his own autobiography. I need to, I guess, if I'm that interested, but I Wikipedia'd him, and he's responsible for a lot of the innovations we use today, not just for the circus and stuff. But yeah, we love the movie. He did not have an affair with the opera singer, by the way, in real life. That was an exaggeration, and not even there was not even a hint of impropriety.
We shouldn't give away too much, though.
Sorry.
There are people who haven't seen the movie.
But the music was so great. Alan immediately downloaded the entire soundtrack and has been listening to it on repeat.
And I'm not a big fan of musicals. I'm really not. You know, I didn't ever watch Grease. You know,
you didn't watch. Well, you were also a teenage boy.
Yeah,
when that came
I never
out.
got into that stuff. And any kind of musical that ever comes on, I'm just kind of like, guys. This movie was so good.
Yeah?
When I was done, I leaned over to Kelly and I said, that was one of the most entertaining movies I think I've ever seen.
Good.
You know, the music, the storyline, the costumes, the acting. And I think what I was most impressed by, I always thought Hugh Jackman was just a superhero guy.
No, he does Broadway and everything.
That cat's talented.
Yes,
I mean,
he is.
I couldn't believe how good his voice is and how good he could dance. And, you know, it was just great. It was just really entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay, well, give us some of your favorite movies.
All right. Well, I kind of bounce all over the place. A lot of people might not know I like action movies. I really do. And so some of my favorites, I love the first Terminator movie, mainly because that Michael Biehn is in it. He's the guy that gets what's her name? Sarah Marshall?
Sarah O'Connor.
Sarah O'Connor pregnant. Anyway, he is one of my favorites.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't
when I
know
was a
that.
teenage girl, he was in another movie. I think it was called Coach, where he was a high school basketball player who had an affair with the high school basketball coach, who was a woman. Kathy Crosby, I think her name was. I just thought he was so hot.
Wow.
He was also in a movie called Navy SEALs or something. Anyway, Michael Biehn. I don't know what happened to him, but I had a huge crush on him. But I love the original Terminator.
remember the original Terminator.
Love it.
Great movie.
I also love Die Hard.
I can give you some lines from that movie.
Go ahead.
I'll be back.
I'm a friend of Sarah O'Connor. I was told that she was here. May I see her, please?
That was good, baby.
Thank you, baby.
I closed my eyes. Can you imitate Michael Biehn?
No.
Maybe later tonight? All right.
Come with me if you want to live.
I love the Die Hard movies.
Yeah?
I love Bruce Willis. He's got a new movie coming out that looks like he's getting revenge on somebody that kills his family. That looks good. I love the Raiders of the Lost Ark movies.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Those are good.
Me too. Wow.
I think that's all I have written down for my action series. I like those.
Okay.
My favorite scary movie is The Shining.
Oh,
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, it's pretty freaky stuff there.
All work and no play makes Johnny a dull boy.
Yeah,
Remember, Red Rum, Red Rum. I love it.
Pretty freaky stuff.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah.
I love that one. That's my favorite scary movie of all time.
Yeah.
Now, going back to my high school years and stuff, I love Pretty in Pink and 16 Candles.
Never
16
seen
Candles
those.
probably more than Pretty in Pink.
I got
But I
nothing.
didn't realize how, well, we need to watch that together.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how inappropriate 16 Candles was until when I was probably a college student. I was trying to watch it with my younger cousins. It's really got some inappropriate humor in there. But I loved 16 Candles.
I love inappropriate humor.
And all that Pretty in Pink series and stuff. I also love The Princess Bride, but who doesn't have The Princess Bride on their top list?
I haven't seen that.
Alan, are you serious?
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I'm sorry. I haven't
You
seen
always say we're married. That's from Princess Bride.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh.
I assumed you'd seen it.
No. That's
what we're watching.
No, I was just
together.
saying that because that's what
We're
you said.
married.
We're married. I was just
Okay.
saying that because that's what you say.
Okay, well, I thought I got it from you because you got it from Princess Bride.
I had no idea.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I haven't seen it.
Alan, what did you watch in high school?
I'm going to run through mine in a second.
Oh my gosh, what have I missed? Oh, Love Actually. I'll tell you though, there is one flaw with Love Actually that I wish they would go back and re-edit it and put it back out again. Is that whole storyline with the porn stand-ins.
What's that?
Did you see Love Actually?
No.
Oh my gosh, I can't even talk to you right now. I can't even look at you right now.
I'm sorry.
No, Love Actually is a bunch of different storylines going on in the same movie. I'm sure a lot of people
Pulp Fiction?
listening, I guess, but they have a lot of different storylines going on, and at the end of the movie, they all kind of intertwine in some way. But there was one storyline. It was like these two porn stand-ins.
Whoa.
They weren't even the porn star actors, but they had to get in these weird positions and hold it naked and stuff while they fixed the lighting. It was awkward. It was inappropriate. I was watching this movie at the theater with Jerry and Connie Raspberry.
Oh, gosh.
Imagine.
Oh.
Imagine how uncomfortable that was.
How much uncomfortable shifting and darting eyes back and forth was going on in that movie.
But just edit out the porn people.
That makes me tense.
And it would have been a great. It would have been my favorite movie, but I can't because of that porn
Just
scene.
thinking about that makes me tense.
And there's a movie I'm going to tell you about now that probably a lot of you haven't seen, but I love it. I don't know if you're going to watch it, you're probably going to say, meh, because movies don't always stand the test of time when it comes to production value and stuff. You know, sometimes the explosions now are better.
Like the original
CGI
Star Wars.
is better. Right. Everything's better.
Right.
The Long Kiss Goodnight with Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson. Have you seen that one?
I have seen that. Yeah.
I love that movie.
Mm-hmm. That's a good movie.
She was like an assassin, but she has amnesia and doesn't know she's an assassin. But then it slowly starts coming back to her because the people that are trying to get, like, apparently she killed somebody that were trying to get even with her, but she doesn't know. So she's like living in middle America and she's like, what's going on? I've got a kid and I've got a husband. What's going on? And then suddenly all of it starts clicking and it starts coming back to her that she's this badass assassin. I love that movie.
That is a good movie. I remember that
The Long
one.
Kiss Goodnight. If you've never seen it, Gina Davis.
Good movie. Who I said when we first met, I said you kind of resemble.
I get that more than any other
But I followed
actress.
that up with you're much better looking than Gina Davis.
You didn't have to do that.
Well,
Well,
but
she's beautiful.
but that's
thank
what
you.
But that's what I thought.
But thank you that I'm not insulted by the Gina Davis comparison. I just don't see it. But I get that more than any other actress.
You get the girl
Connie Britton.
No, the girl that was in
Connie Britton sometimes.
Oh, I can't remember. The girl that was in Poltergeist as a kid.
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore is an adult.
She wasn't in Poltergeist. I knew who you were talking about.
Drew Barrymore wasn't in Poltergeist?
No, that was a little blonde girl that died.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
she was in E.T.
E.T. maybe. Maybe I'm thinking of E.T.
I think the reason I look a little bit like Drew Barrymore is we both have the same facial structure, and she talks. One side of her face is kind of lopsided,
Well,
like
you
mine is.
don't. No, it's not.
It is.
Yours isn't.
It
Okay,
is.
You want me to go through my 10?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go. I ranked mine.
I didn't go in order.
Okay.
Those were streams
I'm
of consciousness.
I'm going from 10 to 1.
These are definitive.
These are definitively my favorite movies. I'm
In
going
order from 10
in
to
order
1.
from 10 to 1. And the common thing, I looked at my list, I'm like, the common thing with all these movies is they have great music.
Okay.
And I own the soundtrack for every one of these movies.
That's interesting.
Okay.
You're that guy that buys the soundtrack.
Yeah, because that's what gets me into a movie a lot of times. It's not only the story and the acting and the explosions and all that, but it's like the music that's behind everything.
Well, then Purple Rain must be on your list.
Purple Rain is not on my list.
How could one of the greatest soundtracks of all time not make you love that movie?
Good soundtrack, but it wasn't, as a movie, it wasn't that great a movie.
I love Purple Rain. I should have make that number 11.
We can debate that.
If Purple Rain is on, how can you not watch it?
Okay, here.
You know what else? Oh, I forgot.
Why are you
I didn't give
hijacking my
10.
segment
I
now?
didn't give you 10 because I forgot to tell you The Wedding Planner.
Oh, The Wedding Planner.
That would make 10. The Wedding Planner starring Jennifer
Who's in
Lopez and Matthew McConaughey. It is cheesy goodness.
So of all the movies that have ever been made, you have a movie on your top 10 list that Jennifer Lopez is in.
Yeah, I love Jennifer Lopez. I love her.
Okay, I'm not going to judge. I mean, those are your 10?
She's been in a couple of really good ones, but The Wedding Planner, if that's...
U-Turn? That was a good movie.
I didn't see U-Turn. But
I'm kidding.
she was in U-Turn? I don't know what that one was. But yeah, she's
Selena.
really...
Selena was a
I
great
saw
movie.
Selena. That was
Yeah.
good, but I still love The Wedding Planner. I just love it. She's so pretty in it. And Matthew McConaughey is so charming in it. I just love that movie. If it's on TV, I'll stop what I'm doing and watch it. Now you can go. That was all my 10 there.
Okay, from 10 to 1. And not surprisingly, not one of your movies is on my list. Number 10, The Greatest Showman.
Already.
In my top 10, in number 10, 2017, Big Hugh Jackman and Zac Efron.
Well, that means it can only be bumped out because it can never bump higher.
Right. Well, no, not unless one of my number 3 got bumped and I have a number 1 or number 2, another number 1 or number 2.
But if 1 through 10 are in order set in stone, then only the 10th one can be. Well, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. Number 9, Batman Begins, 2005.
Who was in that one?
Christian Bale and Morgan Freeman.
Oh.
The Batman reboot, those were my favorite Batman movies. I had the biggest crush on Christian Bale.
Oh, man crush.
Yeah, biggest man crush on Christian Bale. Okay, number 8, which is my favorite horror movie. I'm not a big horror movie guy.
Neither am I.
But the movie Seven with Brad Pitt.
Oh, that was sad.
Morgan Freeman and Kevin Spacey.
That was so sad.
Man, that last scene where that truck is speeding towards Brad Pitt and Kevin Spacey. You're like, what's the truck coming for? What's the truck coming for?
No.
And then he has that box.
We don't need to go into that.
Oh, I'm getting, babe, look. Look at the hair on my arms.
Yeah.
The hair on my arms just stood up telling that story.
Did.
Woo.
Blech.
Okay. Let's see. 10, 9, 8, 7. Number 7. Great movie. A Beautiful Mind. 2001
That was
with
sad too.
Russell Crowe and Ed Harris.
That was
Great
sad.
movie.
I was so sad. You know what? That movie made me get off antidepressants.
Really?
It did. I was on antidepressants for the longest time. I got on them when I was younger, and I was just on them, and I was like, do I still need to be on these things? Because I think sometimes antidepressants are really good to get you through a hump, but not everybody needs to be on them. Like if you're going through a really sad time, a loss or something, it can help get you through. But I was like, I'm an adult, I'm an older adult now, and I think I've developed the coping, because this guy made the decision to get off of his psychotic drugs.
Right.
I mean, that's how influential movies can be. And it got me to get off of antidepressants. Mm-hmm. How about that?
But remember, no matter what he did, he always had his friends there with him. You know, they were always there in the room with him.
So do I.
I just thought that was an incredible movie.
It was good.
And Jennifer Connelly was in it. And at the time, this guy was like all about.
She had like caterpillar eyebrows.
Oh my gosh, she was so pretty though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, that was a big trendy thing. Those big bushy natural eyebrows. Yeah.
Number 6, the only Star Wars movie on the list, The Empire Strikes Back, 1980.
Why is that one the only one?
That one, if you're a Star Wars aficionado, as I claim to be, that one is probably the greatest movie of all the movies, the Star Wars movies. It's where I am your father. It's like one of the most famous lines in all of movies. And I remember as a kid, like,
wow,
you got to be kidding me. There's no way he just, mind-blowing stuff, more lightsabers, cool effects. Yeah. Number 5, my favorite mob movie, Goodfellas, 1990 with Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Ray Liotta.
Yeah, I saw that once, I think.
You got to get through all the language.
Yeah.
There's a lot of language in it, but the story is, that's a tough story. Number 5, Amadeus. You ever seen Amadeus?
I did see Amadeus.
That one, 1984.
Amadeus.
No.
Amadeus.
Not that Amadeus.
No.
Won 1984's Best Picture. It was the story about Wolfgang Mozart.
I remember the guy with the powder wig. I can't remember his name, but I remember that.
That'd be Tom Hulce and F. Murray Abraham.
Yeah.
You like that? You like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, The Natural, 1984.
Robert Redford
Robert
and Glenn
Duvall,
Close.
Glenn Close, Kim Basinger.
I saw that one too.
One of the best stories
when
ever.
She stood up in the stands. I don't know.
The light shining through her hat.
Yeah, I don't remember why she stood up. I guess just to let him know she was there.
Yeah, she didn't want to see him fail. She didn't want to see him fail.
So she stood up.
And you know what's different in the movie? In the movie, his last hit's a home run. In the book that the movie's based on, he strikes out. His last bat, he strikes out.
I bet audiences didn't like that ending. They'll change an ending in a movie if the audience doesn't like it.
Exactly. Number 2, great movie here. I can watch this movie 100 times, never get tired of it. The Shawshank Redemption, 1994,
you talk about that a lot.
with Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins.
Again, it's sad.
Yeah,
I like that.
A lot of them are kind of sad here, but they all have a story, about overcoming. A lot of these are overcoming stories. And then my favorite movie of all time, number 1, 1992's Best Picture with Clint Eastwood and Morgan Freeman, Unforgiven.
I haven't seen that.
Babe, it's a Western. I'm not a huge Western fan either, but that is the best movie I've ever seen.
Okay, well, I'll watch that with you.
It's got a great story, and it's just...
If you watch...
It's like you're there.
Which one with me?
It's like you're there. You pick one out.
I'll watch Unforgiven. That's one I'm picking on yours.
Okay. And
you want to pick one on mine that you haven't seen?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
You've never seen Raiders of the Lost Ark?
No, I've seen that.
You've never seen The Princess Bride?
You pick one for me.
You've never seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
No, I haven't.
Love Actually?
I haven't seen that either.
Gosh, how am I going to pick? I think out of all... Okay. No. I want you to... You seen The Long Kiss Goodnight?
Yeah, I've seen that. A long time ago, though.
You haven't seen Love Actually? Okay, I'll pick Love Actually for you to see. Because I think out of those, that might be the one you like the most.
Okay. Well, you know what we can do?
Except for the porn.
Whoa.
I don't like that.
Whoa. We'll talk about that on another podcast.
What about it? What about it?
Can't even say it.
What, porn?
Porn is a relationship. Porn is a relationship tool. I was reading. No. I was
Alan.
No, I saw an article. Somebody in Dallas. I forgot who it was.
Well, you can make anything work to fit your narrative.
No, listen. There was some relationship.
I'm saying it's the worst part of the movie. It's not a tool.
There was
for anything.
some expert saying that porn should be a relationship tool. Okay. And I was like, I don't know.
I don't have any part of that.
Okay, well, that's fine. I just saw that and I was shocked.
Sandwiching. No porn.
Well, I think when we do this big movie marathon, we should do it in the bedroom. Not to watch porn, but because we got those Brooklyn sheets.
I know. Listen, the most time you spend with your husband or wife or lover is probably in bed, honestly. That's where you spend the most hours together.
Third of your life, babe.
Well, truly, you get up, you kiss each other goodbye in the morning, you're gone all day, you come back together, and you spend the majority of the time in bed. So you should make your bed the most comfortable, luxurious, happy place for you and your spouse, you and whoever, to be. And we think Brooklinen is one of the best ways you can make that happen.
They're so soft.
Brooklinen makes these wonderful sheets. They make wonderful comforter covers and pillowcases and things like that. These are the highest quality sheets you can buy without the big markup. They don't have the department stores, so you cut the middleman out, and then you just pay a lot less for the same sheets you'd pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for in the department store.
Babe, you know most bedding's marked up 300%?
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
And not necessary.
Don't
when you
do
shop
that.
online for your sheets with Brooklinen.com.
Don't do that.
Winner of the Best of Online Bedding category by Good Housekeeping, and we love our Brooklinen sheets. And because we do, they've decided to give us a little offer to pass along for you. Brooklinen.com will give you $20 off and free shipping when you use the promo code SANDWICH when you go to brooklinen.com. And Brooklinen is so confident they offer a risk-free 60-night satisfaction guarantee and a lifetime warranty on all their sheets and comforters. You can mix and match in the really cool patterns. You'll love it. The only way to get $20 off and free shipping is how?
Use our promo code, babe. Sandwich.
I was trying to get you involved. Sandwich at brooklinen.com.
You were doing such a good job.
Well, I thought you might want to speak. See, he doesn't want to speak.
BROOKLINEN.com, promo code sandwich.
I spoke all over you. Spell that again, please.
BROOKLINEN.com, promo code sandwich.
And these are the best sheets ever. Brooklinen, thank you. Thank you.
We were just folding ours the other day. No,
we're gonna go sleep in them in a minute.
Kelly got them out of the dryer, and we were putting them on the bed, and I was like, "Man, these are soft. What are these?" And it's just like, "These are." I
think the more you launder them, the softer they get. Too.
She was like, "These are our Brooklinens." Okay, babe. Wow, this has been a roller coaster. This podcast. Just the last thing. Remember, if you came in late to the Facebook Live, or you don't remember what we talked about early,
we talk a lot
because we talked about a lot.
We forget what we talk about.
This Saturday, be sure to log on to Kelly's Facebook Live it's going to be around between 6:15 and 6:45-ish, that time there. We're going to be doing a Facebook Live from the top of Reunion Tower, which is the 50-story ball at the top of, overlooks Dallas. There's a restaurant up there. There's a geodeck. And we're going to be celebrating Valentine's Day, but we also want to involve our listeners with something really cool that we're going to show you or announce.
Yeah, and if you can't be there, I know a lot of people have things going on. It is a big date night weekend for a lot of people. We'll post it on the Facebook page, so it'll be there after the fact too. But it's always fun if you can be there live with us to enjoy this special announcement. We're really excited and proud of what we're going to be sharing with you Saturday night. Our anniversary almost. I mean, it's the Saturday was the day we got engaged. The date's a little different this year, but
Yeah.
we're celebrating
Same weekend.
We're celebrating our engagement anniversary at the place where we got engaged. So.
Exactly.
And of course, we want company.
Yeah, of course we do. And we're going, remember, A Sandwich and Some Lovin' has a Facebook page. We have an Instagram account. There may be some new stuff coming that we'll talk about Saturday, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, and follow Kelly and I out there on social media. We post a lot about our lives and what we're talking about here on the podcast. So get involved and talk to us out there, too. We love to hear from everybody.
You can go to kellyandalan.com. You can click on our faces. It'll take you to our blogs. You can also leave comments there too. You can also leave comments on our social media pages. But I think you have a better chance of contacting us on the kellyandalan.com, right?
Yeah. And if you want to drop us a line, you want to ask a question, you want to ask me a question and participate in Alan Answers Anything, you want to tell us a story about how you've overcome something in your life like we were talking tonight, you want to just say hey to Kelly, the best way to do it.
Say hey.
Because a lot of people will reach out to me on social media and say, hey, show Kelly this. And I'm like,
show her yourself.
You can do it directly. Yeah. Just go to the website, kellyandalan.com, click on Kelly's little icon picture at the top of the screen, and you'll go to a page and just click Contact Kelly, and then you can fill out a little message, and it'll go right to her.
There you go.
That's how you do it. It's that easy. And we read all of those. Sometimes the stuff you get in social gets lost.
It gets lost.
You get so much, but
but I try. I try to respond as much as I can.
Yeah.
I can only do so much.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for helping me out with that, babe.
That's right, baby. Well, thanks everybody for hanging with us. Sorry, I got emotional.
We didn't talk about Super Bowl.
Hope I didn't embarrass you.
No, baby, you don't. I love that you're free with your emotions like that. It was very sweet. We didn't talk about Super Bowl, but what is there really to say at this point? Halftime show it was okay. It was like you were watching a Justin Timberlake smashed up little concert, which is fine. I think he could have done more. It would have been really nice or exciting if he would have brought out Janet Jackson. I thought that would
or Britney.
He would never bring out Britney. Jessica Biel is not letting that happen.
But that's what everybody says. So if he had done it, think about
it.
That
would have been great. Jessica
worldwide nuts.
Jessica would never allow that.
Somebody's got to figure out how to make that happen.
Well, but anyway, I thought it was an okay halftime show.
The game was incredible.
The game was really fun to watch.
And I'm a huge Nick Foles fan now, just because of, and that's almost blasphemy for me to say that because I'm a Cowboys fan.
Right.
But Nick Foles, the press conference he gave after the game, where he talked about, hey, I'm just like a normal dude, and I've gone through a lot of adversity, and that's what makes you grow. Those kind of stories, I really connected with me, and you can find that online. It was shared millions of times.
Did you share it on your social media?
I think I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I did. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, it was an exciting game, and I was happy to watch it with you, honey.
Okay. Well, you want to finish this up this time?
Yeah. Let's just wrap it up now because we're done.
Okay, babe.
I think we've done a lot of talking.
We have. Well, I love you so good.
I love you too.
And by the time we do another podcast, we will have been to the top reunion, so I'm sure we'll have some fun stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye.